those things that was a key factor to me in any way. I just really wanted into gaming. I wanted to get into the gaming industry or the game dev industry. So now I know about that as well. All right, so we're gonna delete this now, and we're gonna copy paste this bad boy. And now we have 2 of these. Very good. And basically we can delete all of these as well. This is not the most sophisticated way. I think we could have... Let's see what it looks like if I add like this. What is it called? It's element something. Layout element. Let's see if I add a layout element. And I am going to add preferred height and preferred width. So we're gonna try like 80 times 120 or something. Let's see what this. Do we get a broken shit? Do we get a broken shit? So now we have these layout elements, and we're not gonna control their size or their height. Let's see what happens now if I add. All right, so yeah, that's that's what happened. That didn't work out like I wanted it to. It's probably because of the paddings. Let's try if we reset these. Okay, now they're gonna be all over the place. Upper left. Well, what about middle center? All right. Where are the backgrounds? Brother, where's your background? They're stretched. Left. Where's your background? Yeah, the thing about Empires Not Vampires is that it is a regular gaming, regular Unity gaming company. So it's not like the Web3 is like determining it. Although Paradise Tycoon definitely is having a impact on it. All right, so I'm gonna go with this because I am not very comfortable with the layout element handling this, so we're gonna remove this. All right, so now we have those. Then let's add these bad boys into these other containers as well, and see where we're at. Okay, so apparently we have differences of the values. Let's put this over here. Okay, so that still changed it. What? Okay, so we have minus 100. What's the difference? Is there something going on in here? Yeah, these values are different. How come? Oh, we don't have these on. We don't have that on. Okay, so if we control child size, please do. All right, so that works. No, but it's still. How is it? Didn't I copy them? Didn't I copy these? Right, so that's right. I don't fucking get it. Like, feels like everyone has a okay, never mind, it's 175, never mind. Okay, so that works. Okay, so now we have this kind of tier system happening here, and there's 5 different containers. Now I would like them to have a little bit of a difference of color. Why did you get laid off? Yeah, that's basically it. It's always money. It is always money, my friends. Glipper. Welcome. Sorry for butchering your name. How's it going? Is it Culipper? I don't know. I don't know. But welcome. Welcome. And I hope you guys have a great wait of Christmas. Okay, so what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to add a custom background, but it's not really working out. And I think the reason is that I should have another parent controlling this and then have the container inside it. So let's try to do that. I'm a little bit scared that I will fuck things up. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a commit over here. Why do I have like rock prefab? Why are these things here? Okay, started working on crafting UI, and we're actually gonna change branch. So let's do new branch. This is gonna be called crafting, and we're gonna be committing this. Now we got something to fall back on if our UI testing goes to shit. Really dislike using branches in Unity. All right, why? Why though? Okay, so let's try this. So we're gonna do. Should we have like a parent for all of these? All right, let's do it. So I'm adding an empty. This is gonna be like tier 1 parent. All right, stay with me, guys. And basically, this is gonna have So what if we stretch this to the top, and then we have like a. It's actually kind of good. It's actually kind of good. 100 height. I kind of like it. Now, what if I have a background to this? Like, what if we add an image? And we're gonna add some different kind of color to that. So we're gonna take this, but we're gonna alter it just by a little bit. Maybe add some like maybe make it darker or something. Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit darker. And then we're gonna try to move this bad boy under. It works. It works. Ei, Lemeits! Heti kun sä aloitat striimin, niin pääsi ovesta pian. Ai, Lemeits, mukava nähdä, mitä kuuluu mielelle. So that works. Now we have a background. Very good. Very good. Now, we need to do this same thing to all the others as well, so... let's try to... I'm not gonna copy-paste anything because it's gonna break. So we'll get tier 2 parent. And this one is gonna be stretched to the top as well, but it's gonna be -100. And now we're gonna put this under there. And this is just basically gonna be like that. Awesome. Then we're gonna add the image over here. Copy this component. Paste the component over here. Paste there. And now we're gonna make this lighter. So I want you to be a little bit different color. Yeah, now the that gets totally lost in the battle, but that's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine, okay? Scenes cause merge conflicts. It's true. That is very true, Clayman. It's 100% true. And that's the reason why we have prefabs. Like, you can't literally make any changes to scenes. It's gonna fuck everyone up. Yeah. I learned that the hard way. Okay, so let's try to be bold. Let's try to be bold. And I'm gonna delete these other tiers. I'm gonna try to be bold. It might bite me. I'm just gonna try to do tier 3 parent, copy paste. And this is gonna be -200. And then this color is gonna be this. Wow, it's working. It's actually working, guys. We're gonna do a copy paste and we're gonna do it twice. All right, so I'm pretty happy with this. Now we have a custom background for all of them. You can change them. So this is gonna be, I think that's 200. That's right. This is gonna be 300. Color is gonna be this lighter color, and then lastly, mine's 400. Color's gonna be this darker again. All right, so that's not completely horrible. The background's kinda like bad. I know there's probably some like sophisticated way to change this so that it doesn't need manual adjusting, but I am not that skilled. Sir Stefan is here. Already got rune weapons. Damn right. Damn right. It's a placeholder for the crafting UI element. But yeah, how's it going, Sir Stefan? Good to see you here. So this is gonna be the crafting layout. Let's change the background color of this. So maybe it could be something else than that. What if it's this color? What if we make this something else? What if this is like, I don't like it. I don't freaking like it. I don't like it, guys. Like what do you I need a UI designer. I need an UI designer. No, this is only for like test purposes. It's not gonna. This is not what it's gonna look like at the end of the day, or the end of the year. Well, it's gonna be. It's probably gonna look like this by the end of the year, but not the next end of the year. Let me say that doing good. Doing all right. Still need my morning coffee, so I take it back. Doing real bad. Yeah, that's pretty fair. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. It's gonna be like. It's gonna be. I'm gonna make the icon. It's gonna be. We're pivoting back to red. It's red now, guys. It looks bad, but it's red. What about yellow? No. Purple? No. Blue? Green? I think yellow kinda works. We do like yellow and then we twist it to something else. I think why it looks so bad, it's just that the colors don't really like work together right now or something like that. The background probably needs to be something more. Could try black with some alpha. Okay. We have a winner here. We have a winner here, yeah. 100%. Let's do like 100 alpha. Okay, so how's that? That's actually not that bad. That's actually not that kind of bad. So what if we make it a little bit more? 130. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. So we're gonna override this and it should apply to all. There it is. That is gonna be the first iteration of the crafting. And black with alpha is really UI hack because it just shifts the background color. Yeah. Already got rune weapons. Just woke up early at 3 a.m. Saw you on. Oh my man. That's what I'm talking about. How's it going, Sir Stefan? And where are you from? 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Wait a minute. You gotta be like on the other side of the world. Crafting already done. Damn right. West Coast US. What? So California? Is it California? California. Maybe it's not California. Oregon. Close. I don't know much about Oregon. Please tell me something about Oregon. Like I'm a geography person. I used to study geography, and I really like maps. I like to know about different places. Tell me about Oregon. Like, what's going on? I see you got some national parks going here. So we have Portland. Do you have like any other major cities? Is Portland like the number one? Vancouver is literally like on the other side of the bridge. I didn't know that. I wanna go here. How do I go here? How do I? I hate Google. I hate Google. Is it like the middle of the night here or morning? Parks are nice. Portland is basically where everything is. Crater Look is probably the coolest park. Crater Look, Oregon. Crater Lake. Crater Lake, yeah. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Ooh, so is this literally like a meteorite crater? Like that looks so uncannily like something big. Something big. Yeah, that's 100%. Shadows of Tuonela takes place in here. It's on top of a mountain. Oh, so it's an old volcano, and there's a lake inside the old volcano on top of it. That's fucking heavy metal. That's heavy metal. Wow. Love it. So you literally have like, you have a volcano, and then you have a lake, and inside the lake you have a little volcano. That is, I love. That's like some 2000s Pimp My Ride exhibit stuff. Like, yo dog, I heard you like volcanoes, so we put a lake in your volcano, and then there's a volcano in that lake. That's cool stuff. That's cool stuff, dude. Hey, thanks for letting me know. I didn't know about Oregon. The only thing I know, or I kind of knew, was that it's in the far, like, northwest. I didn't know you have Vancouver like literally so close. Have you ever visited Vancouver? Is it any good? Okay, so this is gonna be like the basic idea for the crafting. So you're gonna open it, and then you're gonna see something like this, and we're gonna find a way to like gray this out. So there's not gonna be like, I think maybe we'll do like text here on the bottom, like tier 1, tier 2, maybe something like that. Let's try if we can figure out or like a quick way to do that. So I think we can do anything we want in here, right? So this is gonna be like tier 1 text. And if we go to like left and we add the actual text in here, UI text, and this is gonna say like tier 1, and I suppose this could be centered. No. Okay, so for some reason it's kind of doing its thing here, and I don't like what it's doing. I don't like what is going on here. It's going past that. Yeah, I can make it bigger, that's for sure. North Portland, basically. Yeah, damn right. It's too cool. Basically, it's confirmation we live in the Matrix. Do you even realize there is a crater on the island, on the lake, in the crater on the mountain? Oh! I'm getting geography gasms. Beautiful, Ilba. That's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so if I change this, then it's gonna be better, but I think you can fix this with some text wrapping. What if we have no wrap? No, that's it. Pressure, white space, no, normal. So that doesn't, horizontal line, paragraph. I don't know what these, I don't know exactly what they do. But I would like this to be in the center, so we're gonna do that. and basically have it on the middle as well. And basically, I think I want to like kind of fade this out. I want to kind of fade this out, so it's not that. It's not that, you know. I don't want it to be crazy visible. Wizard Island, really? That is literally the coolest place on the earth. Literally the coolest place on the earth. Right, so maybe it can be like white, but we're gonna crank the opacity. I want it to be kind of like so it doesn't take your like I don't want it to like pop out. So it's just gonna like kind of like say that it's tier 1, and let's do this same thing to these others as well. So under here, position Y. What? No. You're supposed to be here, like so, and then I'm gonna name you Tier 2. Ba-da-ba. All right. So yeah, this is very 2000s. I know. Don't get mad at me. The graphical design is horrible. I know. But, you know, this is one of those things when you put a programmer to do anything else than programming. This is what you get. You guys must realize that, right? Okay, so what the hell happened now? Go under there, thank you. All right, and then one more time. Over there. And put it there. This is gonna be the tier 5. It's gonna be the tier 4. And let's change the... okay, so I just realized all of our namings are wrong. There is an ancient cabin on the island that you're not allowed to visit. Gandalf, is that you? That's pretty cool. I want to visit it. Did you guys know that in, I think in Washington State, not the city, there is, there's like an old Finnish population, and that's where Alan Wake 2 kind of takes place. Did you know about that? So we have tier 3. Now this is gonna be tier 2. All right. So I think this is starting to look like we could go with this design. Now we're gonna gray it out. But this is something that we're gonna go with at this point. What if we try to add like a shadow? What if we add like a shadow? Does shadow work? Like does it work? It's graphic alpha. Does it work? Probably the easiest way is to add just another background. Shadow never seems to work. Shadowcaster 2D. Shape editor. Cast shadow. Self shadow. I don't know. I don't think this is what I want to do. Yeah, I think the easiest way is to just do another background. It's gonna be slightly different color, but what the hell? Okay, so now we have this. Now I kind of want this extension. If you press one of these, I want this extension happening here. They're putting it to the root and not on the background. That's why it doesn't work. So is the shadow? Is it the shadow or the shadow 2D, whatever? Oh, it's actually working. Thank you, Vatsky. Very, very useful. Very useful, my friend. It's actually working. Thank you. Very, very kind. There is an ancient cabin on the island that you're not allowed to visit, Gandalf. Yeah. But hey, Sir Stefan, really, really cool to meet you. Obviously, like everyone here knows a ton about US. But we gotta like we probably have like a very different view of the US because we are what you guys call Europeans, which we kind of hate because in Europe we have like 50 countries, and all of them are fairly different. So we have like these sub-regions inside Europe that share cultural and historical facts about themselves. So for example, we live in Finland. We are very different people than the people at Southern Europe, so like Italy and Greece and Spain and stuff like that. I would argue that the Mediterranean countries and peoples are kind of similar. Then we are like Nordics, so we share values with Sweden, Norway, Iceland, for example, Estonia. So like we have our own view of you guys, and it's probably very, very like black and white. I don't hate the US. I love the US. I consume a lot of US media. I basically grew up with oh, you're original German. Moved to US as a kid. Really? Cool. That's cool. Do you have any like German? Is there any German left in you? do you know the language or anything like that? Erron Hater says that, well, my buddies, I'm gonna do some project or something. Bye bye. Hey, Erron Hater. Good luck with that. All right, good luck with that. And maybe you can lurk, maybe you can chill. I don't know. Would be nice to have you. But if you go, have a great one. Have a great one. We're gonna be doing a stream tomorrow as well. Okay, so now we have a little bit of a thing going on here. I don't hate it. I think it's all right. I'm gonna do a commit on this. So we have a little bit of a thing going on again. So progress is made on crafting UI. Do we have any mods? Well, I'm banning it myself. All Americans only shoot guns and eat bubblegum. And they're all out of bubblegum. Nicht mehr will. When I started school, I didn't speak English and basically did the no German, only English to learn. Awesome. Yeah. That's a little. I think a lot of Europeans will agree with me that we always kind of. I think it's a little bit of a pet peeve, a little bit of like a yikers when the people in the US are like, "Hey, I'm Irish," and then they're like 2-generation US citizen, or like they're 2 generations in the US. It's like, no, brother, you're not. Brother, you're not. You're American. You're like. It's like cool. You have ancestry, but. I don't think we're gonna be calling that. We've been calling out that Irishness. Yeah. Okay, so let's do another one. So we have crafting station, and this is gonna be the background for that. I think we need another. Let's do another. We need more. We need more game objects. More game objects. So this is gonna be like the main parent. Yes, it's gonna be the main parent, and we're gonna stretch this bad boy, and then we're gonna bring this inside here, and it's breaking the law. Okay, so I think we need to bring the header Where's the header? So the header is not doing well. It's supposed to be inside here. Yes. Yeah, I was a German citizen until a few years ago. I usually don't say I'm German anymore. Kek. My brother used it as a pickup line at bars. I'm from Germany, and I was cringe. Yeah. I'm with you on this one. So you're from you're basically from Oregon. Which states do you like the most as a person from Oregon? Like what are the brother areas, states inside the US? Like if you had to pick a couple of states where you could live, do you have any in mind? Okay, so now we're gonna have this main parent, cool. And then we're gonna do another one. So under here, we're gonna do like the side parent or something like that. And this is gonna go basically to the right. And it's gonna be a sidekick. And we're gonna do like, I don't know, like 150. And the height is gonna be the same. So 530. And now that I think about this, probably should be higher. Probably should be higher, right? My sister's fiancé father moved out of Germany 50 years ago, says Ilpop. He has forgotten most of the language as well. Coolest guy though, living in rural Australia. Damn. He's moving around. I'm a great ape, as my father's was a great ape. Oh man. I'm off to do some Christmas cleaning. Hey, yerps. Have fun. Put on some good music. All right, so I can do it like this, but I think this is kind of a bad practice, really. I think if Dotmany ever comes here, he's gonna basically laugh at me so hard that I gotta quit developing. So what we're gonna do instead is that I think we're gonna do these in here. So basically, we're actually gonna set this to middle and have this as the 630, 530. This is gonna be... So what if I change that? I think it's gonna fuck everything up, isn't it? It's gonna fuck everything up, isn't it? Now, basically this could be like... so it's still kind of like that. What if I put... What do I need to put into this? What do I need to put? What do I need to put into this? And then this needs to be like... And now we can move it into here. And then this could go over... okay, so it's over there right now. Okay, so that's kinda the way... That's kinda what I'm looking for. 350. It's kinda what I'm looking for. 325. Something like that. Something like that. Okay, so I guess this could work. Christmas Cleaning would be a great name for a horror movie. This year Santa had enough of all the naughty kids. It was time for some Christmas cleaning. Dun, dun, dun. 2012. Talking about Santas, we have 13 here. Are you actively in contact with your relatives there? Interesting. Okay, we have side parent now. Let's do a new one. So we're gonna have a background, and basically it's gonna go under here, and it's gonna be the background, and we're gonna add an image to it, and we're gonna stretch this bad boy, and we're gonna take the color and make it like so. I'm gonna copy this so we get a similar look. Okay, so apparently it wasn't fully like solid, but that's fine. And then I think we're gonna do a header for this as well. So add it over here. This is gonna be like the materials header or something like that. Header text. So this is in a wrong place, isn't it? And we're gonna name this. I don't know. This needs some epic name. UI is my favorite thing to do in Unity. I think, yeah, I've gotten a little bit of font. I've grown in the fontness. I used to despise it, but then in the workplace I was doing some, and I started to like understand a little bit how the rec transform works, and I think it's all right now. So I don't know. Let's do something like materials. I don't know. It's just gonna be mats basically, and here we basically need new stuff, and I'm gonna do it in vertical manner. So we're gonna have like vertical like slots, and how it's gonna be handled is that, so this is not gonna be touched. So inside the background here we can do the shadow. Let's copy this bad boy. He's been a very naughty boy, and put it there and paste the values, and apparently we got a whole different thing happening here. Because I don't think in here we actually had, I think the background was, oh man, that fucked it up. I done and fucked it up. Okay, so how do I fix that? So everything needs to be put a little bit lower. Oh man, I think this is a bad idea, isn't it? This is a bad idea, isn't it? Shit. Okay, so this should have been. Can I like? Okay. Can I like? Okay. All right. So that doesn't work. Fuck. Well, I suppose I can just put it down like this. -30 is probably gonna be right, but then this has to be -130, and this has to be okay, this is not a big deal. It's not a big deal, guys. Why is the tier 1 text here? What is this? What are you? Get out of here. Okay, so no, apparently we need you. Alright. Yeah, so this is it's getting a little bit messy. What was the number? 30? It's getting a little messy. Alright. So is that fine now? Is that fine? Alright, I think it looks better now. What if the shadow was more like to the bottom? I think that would be more professional. Let's try if we change this to the bottom, like -10 and 10. Something like this. Let's try that. Yeah. Alright, so that's what it looks like now. I think that's pretty good. Then in the material sides, so if we disable this, we should get rid of the side. Yes. Background. Hey, Lemonades! Gifting to our friend from Oregon, US.
They have given 7 gift subs in the channel.
It's true, Vaka, it's true, but I'm doing it for the practice. I'm practicing. I am practicing. Thank you so much, Lemonades. That is the Christmas spirit we're looking for. That is the Christmas spirit. Holiday spirit. All right. All right, move on. We don't want to be welcome to the elite. Damn right. We are the best here. Now we need these that basically. So let's do a new object, and this is going to be called the material parent. That's it. Does your UI scale with resolution? It's scaling with screen size, so it should work. So basically, if I change our resolution, it should look similar. Yeah, I think it's working. It's working. Time to wake up 3 a.m. every day now. Hey, the freaking hustle bros are gonna hate you if you wake up at 3 a.m. Like, they get up at 5 supposedly, and if you get up at 3, you're gonna be so far ahead. They don't have any money left to grind. There's no money in the world because you've grinded it all. Can you test it with 32 times 9? Okay, so we have aspect ratio. 32 times 9. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. It's full screen, baby. It takes all your... It takes it all. All you're gonna see on your like meter wide monitor is the freaking crafting station. Oh man, yeah. All right. But yeah, this is stuff for another day. All right. Material setter, we're going inside the material parent, and we're basically gonna do. Let's see. So in here, I did a stretch. I think we're gonna try that stretch over here as well. Except that I don't think it needs to be stretched. So let's put this a little bit, like start from -30 or so, -50 more like, and here we're gonna start. The party with another kid. So there's gonna be more children. And this is gonna be the container for this. Material container. And now what this is gonna be all about. It's gonna be basically this, so it's gonna be on the center or something like that. And now what we're gonna do is we are going to do a vertical layout group. And we're just gonna start adding stuff and see how it works. All right. So let's see if we go under here. We put a couple of these things over here, what it looks like. Well, guess what? It looks like shit. It looks like shit. Absolute shit. We're gonna be aligning them into the middle and center, and we're gonna have some spacing. So we need a little bit of space, all right? 100. And then we need a little bit of padding. So to the top, let's add some. It's more like it. And we're gonna control child sizes. So it seems like we have a little bit of a logic problem here because they don't have any space. So let's try to increase this height. Yeah, I think that's kind of working. So how should we do this then? What do we do this? So we stretched from the center. It's not really working out, is it? What if we stretched like this? Height 100. Okay, so I suppose this could work. So we control the size. Position Y left. What's going on? Oh, it always takes me a little bit of time to like start to get my head around this. Like, what the frick? What are we? Upper center. Does it change anything? No. Spacing 100. Okay. So it's just. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's actually this. So this is set to the height is like so low. Maybe this should be like 500 or like 450. This should be like 350. Maybe this is the way to go. So if this is bigger, then over here we can stretch. Can we not? Can we not? Exactly, Keter, exactly. Yeah. I'm sorry. My voice is a bitch. It's a bitch. So if I increase this, it's not gonna do really anything. Okay, so if I do this, for some reason it starts to show them. Okay, so what? Excuse me? Excuse me? What is happening? What is happening? I am not understanding. Alright, let's just copy paste another one. Okay, so then it's gonna look like that. So what if we add like left and right, like I don't know, like 100 and 100, and we're gonna get something like that. Now, why is it so small? Like, why are you guys so small? Why are you so small? Why are you so small? Okay, so it's actually kind of working. It's actually kind of working. So that's actually what I want to do. Like, I want to have the like slot for the item, and then the material cost, and then there's gonna be some sort of time, and then we're gonna have the craft. That's basically what it is gonna be like. Yeah. All right. So does it pass the test? Does it pass the test? Yeah, kinda. It's not. I think we can go with something like this. We just gotta put it a little bit higher. So this is changing that. minus 50. Alright, so that changes that. Okay, so this is changing that. What if I have this on stretch? What if I have this on stretch? And then this on stretch. And then... That's not horrible. That's kind of working. That's kind of working. Alright. Then we need a button. We need a button. We need a button on the bottom. We need a button on the bottom. So let's do... Material parent. Let's do a button. This is gonna be a button. A button. Can you see a button? UI button. And then I'm gonna go on to the bottom and crank it up a little bit, like 50, 30, 30, and this button is gonna be colored this, like something like that. And the text, this is gonna be craft button, and the text is gonna say craft, and it's gonna be white. It's gonna be white. The button can be a little bit bigger. Make it like 50, 200. Okay, Jose. So that's basically like the layout. That's basically like the layout. There's a lot of logic that goes into this, so I'm a little bit scared about that. Let's see what we have in the Discord. So we have something to react to. Cool. Oh, thanks, Keita. That's a good post. That's a good post. That's a good post. All right. So basically, we have this crafting UI element, crafting UI item, which is gonna showcase stuff. And to be fair, that's kinda it's kind of like a lot of the same stuff you already see in the inventory item. So I'm kind of thinking, like, should we just use that? No, because it's gonna have its own logic here. All right, so we're gonna use this. So this is gonna be the crafting UI item. Then we kind of need a... Do we need a different thing in here though? Like maybe this first one could be like a little bigger. But then again, if I change it, it's probably gonna break it. Is it? I think this could be like maybe this could be like the first one would be the one where we enter the item that we've clicked. So I think this could be like inside it, inside the system. So maybe I'll actually change this so that it's actually inside somewhere else, like that. So let's put this on top, and we're moving this a little bit more to the down. Material parent is stretched. Do we want it to stretch? I think we could make it lower like that. And then inside the container, we have these two things. Let's lower the height. Something like this. And so these could be like the material requirements basically. And then selected item is gonna be here on the bottom. Bum, bada, bum, 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 bada, bum, bum. I wonder if AI could be used to do the magic behind UI coding. 100%. 100%. Alright, so I kind of like that. I think that kind of works. I would like to have a little bit of a separation there. I don't know how we're gonna do that. What if I change this color? Nothing happens. Absolutely nothing happens. Okay. A little bit of like a separation there would do wonders. So we have the side parent, and we have the background for the whole thing. Then we have the selected item. So where is this under background? Yeah. What if I have it here? And we're gonna do a selected item parent, and this is gonna be this one. So 200 heights, and here we can probably add a background, right? Yep, we can do a background over here. And we're gonna do the color. It's gonna be like this darker here. Let's do the selected item in under there. And now we have a problem that the header is getting left behind. Where's the header? All right, pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So we have the parent here. This could be at the middle to be fair. Selected item parent. Put it a little bit down. Make it a little less. That's 175. Sounds pretty good. All right. So now we have a little bit of the thing going here. So this is what it's gonna, like, we're gonna, if we click this, a weapon, it's gonna go in here. And then we're gonna see what it requires. And then we can craft it. So there it is. There it is. Just give it a mock-up. I think we're gonna be unpacking these as well. So these are actually not going to be instantiated. These are just gonna be referenced. So this is gonna be like material requirement. And then we're gonna have like a material requirement too. Like so. And that's basically it. Let's save this. Let's save this bad boy. So basically just a scene. Crafting UI improvements. As we now have a side UI element to showcase what we need. All right. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen here now so that it works like I want it to work. And basically, we're gonna need like a major major handler here at the top, and I think we should be drawing a little bit. I think we should draw a little bit. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a lunch break soon. I'm starting to starve, so let's do a little bit of a mock-up, and then we do a little bit of a video watching session. All right. So basically, the logic is gonna be something like this. So we have some sort of interaction, and this interaction is going to be calling crafting station script, something like this. And under here we're gonna have show crafting UI, like so. And this is gonna take in, I think this needs to take in the player. This probably needs to take in the player. I'm not sure yet what do we need, but let's just say that we're gonna take player as state. That's probably like what it's gonna take in. And what this script then does is it basically enables the left view. So it enables this part. And there we are going to be we're basically going to be instantiating, for example, we're going to be instantiating row by row. So tier 1 first. We're going to instantiate this, and we are going to be setting up the crafting UI elements. Crafting UI items are gonna go into this first container, and then we're just gonna repeat the process until we have all of the tiers done. Now these need to be that we need a separate class. We need somewhere that we need data class that handles the recipes. So we're gonna need a data class, and this is gonna be something like crafting blueprints. And under the blueprint, we're gonna have information about the match requirement. So there's gonna be mat reg. Then there's gonna be like the name of the item, probably the ID of the match, like the blueprint. I don't know if we're gonna need that. Probably, yeah. Then we need like the time to finish. Icon. Well, I think we're just gonna like input item. Like, I think the item, it's gonna hold reference to the actual item that you're gonna be crafting, but it needs to have other data as well. I think this is something that it's gonna have, and that's probably pretty much it. Show me the game, Elgeir. How's it going? Dumb question. Any reason why not just have like 10 buttons already? Just enable them, and if you have required stuff, and replace like the sprite. Yeah. So Ice Edge, what Ice Edge is saying is that why can't you have like these elements inside there already, and you're just changing the icon. Yeah, you could do it like that. The strength of this method that I'm using, so we're instantiating the elements inside, is that this is scalable basically. This scales to how much to however much you want. So for example, if like the data is gonna be taken from somewhere, like we have this much tier 1 items, for example, and if we have the UI layout group properly set up, it's going to like instantiate as many as we want. So it can be 1, it can be 5. There's nothing that needs to be handled manually, and it becomes like this robust system. Once you add more stuff, it's just gonna do it automatically, and it's gonna work nicely. All right. So if I like have the elements there, like preset, like I'm gonna have on the right side. So these are not gonna go anywhere. These are like, I unpack them. So these are gonna be inside. I'm gonna be just changing what the icon is, basically. I'm gonna feed another thing inside it. That's completely fine, but this way we're gonna get a scalable dynamic system where we can basically input whatever we have in the system, you know. And I think in this scope of the game, we could definitely do it with these preset buttons here. But I think this is just a workflow that I've learned to do. It's kind of like .main's way to do it. Yeah. It's not like that wouldn't work. It would work, yeah. But this is gonna give us a workflow where we can add and delete stuff, and it doesn't break the UI every time. All right, so let's draw some more. So basically, let's go over again. So we have some sort of interaction, and then we're gonna open the crafting station, and there's gonna be like a parent script that's gonna be like crafting station, and that's gonna handle showing the UI, and it's gonna show the left side by default, and it's gonna leave the other one hidden. So this one is not enabled by default, and then we're gonna be instantiating the UI elements. We're gonna go row by row, and we can probably, I think we need to do like a tier here as well. And this is gonna be the value we use to determine which goes where. So we're gonna do tier 1 first, and there could be some sort of like rating requirement, which is something we're not gonna be implementing this yet, but we're gonna have like this rating requirement there in the future. We're gonna instantiate row by row, which means that there's gonna be these crafting items, and basically every crafting item is gonna be set up. So they're gonna have like their own little setup, and they're gonna have their own little callback. So if you press this callback, then we're gonna go back to the, we're gonna go back into crafting station, blah blah, and here we're gonna have like show right panel or whatever. There's gonna be show right panel, and this is basically going to handle showing that. So we're gonna input this is gonna bring the item that was pressed, and we're gonna feed it into here, and then we're gonna handle all that logic in the right, and then there's gonna be the craft button, which is gonna handle its own thing. So I have a pretty clear vision of how this is gonna play out. I have done this for Paradise Tycoon. I've literally done this before, so I know how it works. there's just a lot of little things and a lot of bug fixing. So this is gonna be the logic basically. I demand a better name than the show, right? Okay, but I think we can do that. All right, so I'm gonna take a short break. It's almost 2. I got like 1.5 hours, 1:45 left. So we're gonna do a little bit of a lunch break here. I'm gonna grab some sandwiches. I don't think I have anything more sophisticated right now, and I'm gonna do more coffee. Let's see what we have for Rame to react. Is there something really? The 13 Icelandic Yule lads. Awesome. I think this is something we are gonna take a look at now. How to get games, how games surface to players in Steam. I think we're gonna take a look at that. But be right back, like 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes. I'm gonna put you some Coach Pain so you can get motivated. So you can get motivated by Coach Pain. This is called Dig Deeper.
It's time to rise and shine. It's time to be about that business. It's time to understand that if you want to get something out of your life, you got to be willing to work for it. I'm talking to the one that wants to go beyond the limit. I'm talking to the one that is willing to work a little bit harder than the next man or the next woman. I'm talking to the one that's been through hell. I'm talking to the one that really wants to take it to that level that no one has ever been. When you step into that room, when you step into that environment, you got to be hungry enough to eat what is coming your way. You cannot be concerned about what can't be done. You need to be focused on what must be done. If you feel that you are not in a position to do it, then why show up in the first place? You got to understand that it takes grit, passion, and determination to get to the level of where you want to be. But you got to understand the difference between levels and going beyond them. You can't stay in one place and expect to get to the next place. You can't look at the sky because beyond the sky, there's a great big universe. Now what are you going to do about it? Are you prepared to push? Are you prepared to work? Are you prepared to dig? You got to fight. You got to push. You got to give everything you have. Because I tell you this, weakness won't save you. All you need is the power, the strength, and the tenacity to give it everything you got. Have the love for your grit. Have the love with every rep that you push out, and understand it is up to you to get the most of everything that you work so hard for. Now you got to also understand this. It ain't gonna be easy. It's not gonna be a walk in the park. There's always more to give. You got to be willing to sacrifice. You got to be willing to hurt. You got to be willing to yell out. Whatever it takes, keep pushing forward. Don't you give up on your life. Don't you give up on those reps. Don't you give up on giving it what it takes to get the most of yourself. If you believe in the possibilities, then make it work for you. If you believe that that weight is too heavy, then you won't push it. If you believe that when you're running that mile and you want to give up, you better find another way and push harder than you've ever pushed. Don't get tired. Don't get weak. Find a way. Make a way. Push your body. Push your mind. Push your soul. And give it everything you got. Because someone else out there may want it a little better than you do. Now, if you say what you are, then be what you need to be. If you want to get something out of life, then fight for your life. When you're in that gym, find a way to go beyond that limit. Find a way to push your body. It is your body. It is yours. You own it. It belongs to you. The time that you have in this world, you only got a short time. Make the time count. Make the moment count. Give it something. Feed that body. Build that body. Build that mind. Build that soul. And go to work. Because this is the hour, this is the time, this is the now, and I want to see you working. I want you to dig, I want you to feel it, I want you to struggle, I want you to hurt, I want you to bleed, I want you to fight, because this is that time. Show the world, and show up, and show out, and most importantly, do your job, and do that business. Life. How beautiful it is. How amazing it is to be able to rise up in the morning and have that sun shine on your face rather than on your grave. What makes life so unique and so beautiful? It is beautiful because whatever you have that you may be facing, what you may be dealing with, life is still good. Life has so many moving parts, but life is always good. Every day is a new day and another opportunity that others may not have. This life that you have been given, this life that you are temporarily holding on to, this life that has been just given to you for only temporary reasons, has more meaning than you can ever imagine. So many people in the world take life for granted instead of realizing that you have to take the opportunity to live it the best way you know how. Now on this journey of life, you're gonna face a significant amount of circumstances, a significant amount of challenges. You're gonna fall into areas that you cannot understand.
All right, I'm back. I am back. Let's take a look at Steam visibility.
Hey everybody, this is Eric from Valve, and this is a talk called Steam Visibility, How Games Get Surfaced to Players. Whenever we talk to developers or publishers all over the world, they want to know about how games get featured on Steam. In this talk, you're going to learn about the discovery mechanisms at play behind the scenes on Steam, which inputs actually matter, and how our philosophy and relationship with customers drives our approach to visibility. All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to Steam Visibility, How Games Get Surfaced to Players. Hi, I'm Eric. Nice to meet you. I work on the Steam business team at Valve, and it's my job to work with publishers and developers to help them launch their games on Steam and answer their questions. I also work alongside designers and engineers to create new features for Steamworks, and also just think about ways to make Steam better for both customers and developers. I wanted to kick off this talk with our primary goal, and that is to match games with the players who will love them. This is a goal that shapes all of the work that we do on Steam. And we also have another goal, and that is building long-term relationships with both players and developers. It's really important to us that players trust that when they see a game, when they come to the Steam store, that it's relevant and interesting to them. And these goals serve as a framework for how we approach visibility on Steam. For that reason, we've also come up with some rules. And the first one is we don't sell advertising or placement on Steam. You simply can't buy featuring for your game on the front page or anywhere on Steam.
So where is this? It's a year plus old video. So this goes straight. This tells the opposite thing that we saw yesterday. What was the video we saw yesterday? Was it this one? I can't remember. Or was it the Game Maker Toolkit? Somebody said that AAA studios are buying the places there. But I don't know. Steam says that they don't sell the placements. Okay.
Instead, we focus on showing games to customers that they will find interesting without the ads. We don't think Steam should be pay to win. Not selling ads levels the playing field and makes the recommendations on Steam better for players. It also means that marketing on Steam is totally free for developers. You also don't need to work with an editor to get featured. You don't need a secret handshake or know the right person on the inside. You don't need to know me or anyone else on the Steam business team to get featured. That's just not how we make decisions. Actually, most visibility on Steam happens automatically. We're surprised all the time by the games that find big success on Steam. Every week, Steam automatically picks up on games that we haven't even heard of, or games that we would have never predicted would be popular. Hit games are emerging organically, powered by what players are excited about. We think that when we get surprised by a game, that's good. It's an indication that Steam is working properly. So instead of trying to predict which games are going to be a success, we've learned to follow player interest. Those are the games that players are excited to get into and play right now. And if we're not predicting, then how do we figure out what to show? To answer that question, we'll need to talk about the two different types of featuring on Steam. Visibility on Steam is a mix of algorithmic visibility and curated featuring. All visibility on Steam is driven by player interest. Algorithmic visibility is personalized for every player. And curated featuring is not. It's shown to absolutely everyone. Let's take a look at which parts of the front page are curated and which offer algorithmic visibility. All right, here we are on the front page of Steam. And the first thing you'll probably notice is this huge takeover at the top of the page for Dave the Diver. Now, it isn't every day that we have a full Steam takeover, and the bar for something like a Steam takeover is really high. It's actually the biggest amount of marketing that we provide for any game. And as such, we have to have really high confidence that it will appeal to a huge amount of customers. And this section is, as you might guess, curated. So that means that it is shown to every single user on Steam. And I'll talk a little bit more about how we make decisions around curated marketing in a little bit. But I'm going to keep us moving on our tour through the front page. The next section to talk about is the featured and recommended section, also known as the main capsule. This section is algorithmic. The games that are shown here are personalized for every user, and games will appear here automatically. We try to be as transparent as possible about why a game is being shown to you here. In this particular case, it is recommended because you played games tagged with class-based, stealth, combat, online co-op, all tags that I like to play. So we're trying to tell you why a game is being featured to you, and this is really front and center. It's a lot of visibility on Steam. Many different games can appear here in the main capsule rotator, and they will cycle through automatically, or you can click a button to look through them. The next section to talk about is special offers. This section is curated, meaning that special offers like midweek deals, daily deals, weekend deals, etc., are shown to all customers on Steam. So it's shown to absolutely everybody. These are scheduled well in advance, and they are earned based off of the customer interest of a particular game or promotion. Again, we'll talk a little bit more about that later on. One thing to note is that everyone's Steam homepage will look a little bit different if they're logged in and you check it today. The curated promos rotate just about every day or a couple days, and the algorithmic placements are unique to you. For example, we're not going to show you games you already own. And if you've chosen to, for example, hide early access games, VR, or other specific titles, we're not going to show you those games because they are filtered based off of your preferences. Moving on to the next section, a little bit further down the page is your discovery queue. Now, your discovery queue is algorithmic. The games here are appearing automatically and they are personalized for you. After that, we'll talk about recommended based on the games you play. Also algorithmic. Games here are appearing automatically and it's personalized for you. Okay, moving on to the next section. Curator recommendations. So curator recommendations are algorithmic and it is based off of curators that you actually follow and the games that they recommend. If you don't follow any curators, you just won't see this section. And the next section is from developers and publishers that you know based off of your play history. And that's algorithmic, personalized, and also popular VR games also appearing here automatically based on their popularity. So finally, we're on the new and trending, top sellers, popular upcoming, and specials section. This is algorithmic. The games here are appearing automatically and they are personalized based off of your region. There are a lot of tabs here, and they're all algorithmic. So let's talk a bit more about each one. Starting off with new and trending, this is an algorithmic list of the most popular games that have recently released. It's also regionalized, so it will be a different list depending on where you are. And the way that this works is that when a new game is released and it meets a certain threshold of popularity, it will appear on this list automatically right at the top. And it will get pushed down as more new games that meet the threshold are released. Eventually, it will get pushed off the list entirely. Now, in this section, early access games are excluded, but they can appear in this list when they go 1.0, when they exit early access. Next is top sellers, and this is also algorithmic. Games appear here automatically. It's not curated in any way, and it's based on total revenue in the trailing 24 hours. And that includes all sources of revenue, such as DLC, soundtrack, and in-game transactions. And the reason we do that is so that we get a more complete picture of the games that customers are the most excited about. This list is also localized for your region, and that means.
All right, so this is obviously very helpful, very useful information. Gotta love Steam and Valve for doing that. I have a couple of concerns, so let's actually take a look at. So I'm currently in family view. Let me just exit that real quick. So the game when you open Steam, you get this library. Like library is the first view, right? And this really shows like only my games that I own. Okay, so is he talking about like the main page? Is it the store page? Is store page the main page? I think so. Steam Replay 2024. Okay, featured and recommended. Total War Warhammer. Yeah. So he's talking about the store page. Total War Warhammer. Featured and recommended. So this is top seller. Yeah, because I played Hero Shooter Comp Team Paste. It's suggesting Team Fortress 2. This is another top seller. And this is because I played third-person shooter and hack and slash. All right. I see how it is. So every second is a top seller. And the other one is like recommended for me. Okay, that's fair. My like problem with that is that the Steam page, the store page, front page doesn't really recommend new games anywhere else but all the way to the bottom. And let's face it, let's just face the fact, like who is browsing this far in? Like we're talking about, we have these like huge segments here. And you're seeing like minus 70, minus 85, minus 40, minus whatever. And then you see the categories, and then you see recommended. and you need to drag all the way. It's even behind like these to here, where you're gonna find new games. Everyone who is going to buy a game is going to browse there. What do you mean, Vatski? Like I'm saying, I'm making the case that very few people go in here. Like I've never went this far in the store page. Lemates and Vatski go there. It's not typical. Yeah, I'm saying I've never gone here. Like I didn't even know there was this section here. I've never gone here. Like the last place where I change my route or my browsing is the discovery queue. So when I come here, your discovery queue. Like whenever you're browsing, like if you can't find anything, this is kind of like the best way Steam now finds new games for you. Like I like this method that it's basically like showcasing a bunch of different games for me. So I think this is like the final point that somebody doesn't know what they want to play and they're like, okay, so we have a queue. Let's check the queue. And then they get basically it's not misplaced, but they get like derouted. And then they check out the discovery queue, and if they don't find anything, well, they're probably gonna leave Steam or play some game that they have. So I would make the case that not many people make it down here. I would make a case, and I think it's not far-fetched. I've always only watched the bottom list. I think there are very few people who only buy the first thing that's shown on top. Did you know about the discovery queue? Okay, I think it's a very good. I think the discovery queue is very customer easy way to find new games. I think it's easy. Like it's just bringing you Steam pages based on your history. I go through the first feature recommended since it does every now. Yeah, I'm poor, so I always check this offer tag. So I check this out. I might not be the traditional, like the regular audience, but I have never went this far. I've never gone. I don't even know how to drive this. Discovery queue is pretty good, but it needs effort. But it's really good if you just want to find stuff. Yeah, it's just it's one of those things that why begin searching if something is brought to you, and that's kind of a mentality I believe a majority of people will go with. I think it's a lot of work to find games you're gonna enjoy. So I think it's just like a nice little way. So you start this queue, and then like games are brought to you and you can like watch, okay, so we have this kind of thing going on, and so there's some this is overwhelmingly positive. This was kind of like the horror anime waifu game. All right, then we have so we have this like you're getting so much more information out of this. You see the reviews and you see these different images. This is just a customer friendly way of browsing relevant games. And sometimes if I see a game that I like, I add them to my wish list. And I think wish list is probably the single most powerful tool for developers to get their game sold eventually. Like I do a lot of the I add interesting games to my wish list, and once it's on a big sale, I buy it. Like I rarely buy any games on full price, so that's what I've been doing. Legacy of Kain, I'm kind of interested in this because this was my childhood, so I could be putting this to my wish list. If it comes to a good sale, I'm gonna buy it. Lemon says the discovery queue is pretty good, but it needs effort, but it's really good if you just want to find stuff. I think the bottom list was the first thing Steam had. Very true. It does look like something that was, you know, like back in the day. Like now that I think about it, I think Steam store used to be like majority this. Now that I think about it, maybe it used to be like only this at some point. Lemmet says, I believe it's an easier way to find something that you like that randomly stumble in the store. It randomly stumbles. Yeah, it's just, yeah, this is one of those like customer psychology things that if you need to like click on something and then you're gonna get a prompt like this and then you're gonna view it. Okay, now I'm gonna be like, I don't know about Lost Ark, like I don't know. Then I need to like come back and then I was like, okay, where I was, so where was I? Okay, I was there. So I'm gonna watch this. And it's just every time you need to change pages and do a little bit of effort and backtrack and stuff like that, it's gonna make people not do that. The discovery queue, once people realize like this is super handy, you're just gonna press the button and it gives you the next. Like it's just just much better. It's much better. TikTok generation, yeah. It's much better, you know, much better. Yeah, and once you're done, what is this, Pavlov? Looks like old school. Oh, it's a mostly negative recently. It's a VR shooter. What has happened? Game was generally better 5 years ago. Hey, is this Vatski's game? I was just kidding. Just kidding. Mods are the lifeblood for a game and they only work for PC VR lobbies. Crossplay, tough luck. PSVR, tough shit. I'm sorry, Vatski. Sorry. Yeah, all right. So, but that is an interesting video. But I don't wanna watch it after that. I think it goes. It's way too long. 25 minutes. Maybe we'll continue it at some point. It's interesting to see how the system was planned, though. Yeah. Sometimes I also use the categories tab in the top if I feel like a new stealth game. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we've got this working now, and now we need to start working on the logic. So let's start with that. So basically, we gotta. I think we should work on the data classes first. I think we should be looking at the data classes first. So, for example, let's go into scripts and start the rumbling. Let's start the rumble. So this is gonna be called Blueprint, Crafting Blueprint. And we gotta do some data. We gotta do some data, guys. Now, let's take some inspiration from our item. So we had our item data class. And I'm gonna hide the chat. I don't think we're gonna be needing it. So this is gonna be called, this is a scriptable object. Scriptable object is Unity's kind of nice little tidy way to handle data inside the engine. So a scriptable object, that's what we're gonna do. And I don't know if we're gonna need name. Are we gonna need an icon? Yeah, I think we're gonna need an icon. So we don't need any of these start or whatnot. So we're gonna need an icon. Then we're gonna need. I'm pretty sure we're gonna need an ID. Then we're gonna need. So there's not much here. So we're gonna need a tier. That's for sure. Let's see if we. I think we can probably use the equipable class. So here we actually have a little bit of more information. So we can use this same value. So let's use public equipment tier. Then what else do we want? We could add these if we wanna do some if we want to do like filtering. If we want to do filtering, we could do that. But to be fair, I don't think the game is gonna have that much stuff in it. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that, at least not now. Then, so we have the tier. We're not gonna be telling these. I don't know if we're gonna tell them anyway. Like, I think our game's gonna have a like nowhere's gonna know kind of like a system. I don't know. Maybe we'll tell something about the items. And obviously in stream we can talk about it more. All right, so we have those. Did we list something here? So material requirements. Yeah. So yeah. So the thing is that we can basically use the items in this one, right? Public. I think we need a new class. So let's do public class material requirement. And this is does this need to be a scriptable object? I think this could be a scriptable object as well. Let's see. So we're gonna do basically public. We're gonna do public item, and this is gonna be item requirement. And I think this could be a list, to be honest. Let's try to do a list. So we're gonna do list of item requirement list. Wait, is this good idea? Is this a good idea? Material requirement. So I want to basically have some item and the amount of it as kind of like a pair. Do I have a key value pair? I have a key value pair, no? So here's a key value pair. I could basically use that, I think. I think I could use that. Let's try that. So key value pair. And I think you can do this, right? Right. How does this work? Key value pair. How do you work? So key and value. I think you can do it like this, item and int. And this is gonna be kind of like the material requirements. Do we need a class for this though? I don't think we need a class for this. Let's try that. Sometimes I will also do the categories as limits. To be honest, I don't really look for games at Steam Store at all. More often I find games from YouTube videos. Kinda same. Sangu! Oh man, no. Jimenez, Antero.
Cheerful upcoming holidays.
Hey, Sanguine, with the Christmas spirit. How's it going, Sanguine? And by the way, how did it go with you and your studies and the workplace? I remember you had this triple drama. How did it work out? Did it work out? Did it work out? And thank you so much for 14 months, Sanguine. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, my friend. Okay, so we're going to have this material requirement. It's going to require an item and it's going to require an int, which is going to represent the number of the item. Let's do, I think we can do like, so this is going to be like primary material requirement. And this is gonna be secondary material requirement. So if there needs to be two items, there's probably not gonna be a secondary for a long time. But let's just leave it at that. Well, did we have any other ideas? So we need the actual item that we're giving. Public item. I think it could be equipable, to be honest. I think it could be equipable, so we're gonna do public equipable item to be crafted, item to craft. And then we're gonna have craft time in seconds. I think that makes sense. This is gonna be by default 0. I don't know if that needs to be said out loud though. Did we have anything else? Tier rating requirement. Yeah, there's gonna be a rating requirement, but it's one of those things that we're not gonna do right now. So there's gonna be, let's do a blueprint icon to be fair. So blueprint and this is gonna be blueprint ID. It's gonna have equipment tier, primary material requirement, secondary material requirement, item to craft, and then lastly craft time in seconds. Yeah. It's working out nicely, thank you. I've re-evaluated my priorities and doing studies on their own pace. Let's go! Sanguin, happy to hear. Happy to hear that. Do you have what kind of Christmas are you gonna have? So, I think this should work. So let's do a new asset creation menu. So this is gonna be new blueprint, new crafting blueprint, and it's gonna go under scriptable objects and blueprints or something. Let's see if that works. Have you had fun at work? Karilla paisted other Christmas food with family and parents. Nice. That's how it's supposed to be. My friend. So we're gonna go under scriptable objects, and I think we could split this a little bit. So do we have consumables? We do have consumable there. So let's split this up a little bit. All right. So we have equipables, and then we have consumable. And then we are gonna have one more for blueprint. And we're gonna split this bad boy up. So we have black robe and black sword and science sword. And item error, you are coming with me into the equipable. And these are coming into consumable. Gonna remove the items. We don't need that right now. Now, what happens if I create new blueprint? It goes here, so that doesn't work. Okay, well, that doesn't matter. Did I even like? What was the? It says blueprints. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I have just a bit under the weather right now, so I have today and probably tomorrow too on sick leave. Hey, happy Christmas then. It's early Christmas for our boy Sanguin. So this is gonna be called Blueprint Black Sword. And the blueprint ID, let's just do so that blueprints are ID 100 and bigger. Let's see where did we do the tooltip? Is it in under item? Yeah. So we're gonna do this. So food items take ID from 0 to la la la. And let's put so that blueprints take IDs from 0 to 120. Something like that. Now we got a little bit of a reminder here. Little bit of a reminder here. Blueprint icon. So this is just gonna be the black sword. And the ID is gonna be 100. Equipment tier is tier 2. Item to craft, and here we're gonna put the black sword. And craft time in seconds. Well, it's just gonna be instant. It's just gonna be instant at this point. Let's do another one. This is gonna be blueprint science sword. And this is gonna be 101. Also tier 2. Also tier 2. Now that I think about it, maybe we should have like the black should be tier 1 and it would be like tier 0, like the wooden or could be like tier 0 or I don't know, like something like that. Just like I think this is a little bit confusing that you start from tier 2. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a little bit confusing. Should we have a tier 0? I think I'm gonna put this to tier 1, to be honest. I think I'm gonna do that, so you're gonna be tier 1 now. And Science Sword is gonna be tier 3. So there is now gonna be a new tier of stuff that hasn't been discovered yet. And we're gonna do a tier 0 under equipable. We're gonna do tier 0. So tier 0 is gonna be a thing now. But yeah, what have you been doing at the workplace? Let me know. I would like to know what you've been doing. So tier 1. Hei Spago! Mitäs meidän Sotkamon Sonni? Yeah, that's fine. So it's going to tier 2. I think it's going to be tier 3, to be honest. Alright. Good stuff. Now let's go back to blueprints. So these are going to be tier 1s. And the black science sword is actually going to be tier 3. Now let's put it on tier 2 just for clarity, to be honest. This is going to be the science sword. And you're going to be tier 2 as well. We're going to change it later. Aurasin tehtaan 9 auraamaan loput maakunnasta. On se kuule noheva mies. Se on hyvä. Ei muuten kuule niin autot pääse ajelemaan. Ei striimaajilla pyörittävä maailma. Black sword, science sword, alright, that's good stuff. Now, let's do blueprint black robe. Let's do blueprint black robe. And this is gonna be the black robe. 102. Tier 1. Black robe. Alright. Now we have a couple of items. Now. We need to start the logic next. So there's no logic. I'm gonna be clearing out the crafting UI items. Crafting UI items are getting out of here. We don't need your services. Like so. And those needs to go as well. So we have the material requirements. No, they don't actually need to go. These are fine. These are fine. Okay. So we need to remove these. And we need a new script. We need to code. We need to hack our way through this maze. Spaku, ensi torstaina PV-joulupelejä kinosteleeko? Kinosteleepiko? Scripts. Alright, so this is gonna be called Crafting Station. Crafting Station. Straightforward. And we're adding it over here. And we can toggle this over here. Se tuu lunta. No Seppo. Crafting station. Now, this we're gonna be calling something like public void show crafting station UI, and this is gonna take in a player state. Active player state, and we need a field for this. I don't know if we're gonna need a getter. I don't know if we're gonna need a getter setter, but we can go with that. I don't know if we're gonna need a getter, but so basically we're gonna be calling this, and let's see what we wrote down. I think we can just make it really simple at first. So let's do public canvas group, and this is gonna be like the main UI element, and then we're gonna have another one for the side UI, like the material parent. I think this could be like the crafting parent, and the material parent. No, that's not good. The main parent. All right, something like this. Main parent and material parent. And basically, I think we could do like a private void start, like hide UI, something like that. This hide crafting UI, and we're gonna do this kind of method, which is gonna toggle both of these into 0. Should they be just disabled altogether? Should they be toggled off altogether? Should they be toggled off altogether? Yeah, I think we're gonna toggle it off. Yeah. I think we're gonna toggle off the main parent, and then we the material parent we can set to 0. So we're gonna hide crafting UI. So basically this is gonna be the main parent is gonna be, let's do the material parent first. So material parent alpha is gonna be 0. Main parent set active is gonna be false. And this is something we're gonna do when the game starts, so it's not gonna be there. And this can be somewhere at the end. Show crafting station. This is gonna be where the logic starts. And we're basically gonna do like no. Main parent set active true. All right, let's start easy. Let's start with just this. Let's start with just this because we still need to do the interaction. We need to do the interaction, and that's something that needs to be handled. So on the player controller, we have the left click. So basically, we're just gonna do another one of these. So if hit collider, I think we can do a compare tag is interactable. Let's do like a shop. Let's do a shop. Let's do shop. If it's a shop, then we are gonna take this basically. So we do a var shop. Hit collider get component. No, that's crafting station. All right, crafting station. If it's a crafting station, hey, this Darth. How's it going, Darth? We are working on bringing crafting into the game. So if this is different than null, then we're gonna try to enable that. But we wanna do a little bit. We want to have a little bit of like a distance check. So here we have the collider, and I think we can access the transform as well. So I think before doing this, we could actually do like a if. So like crafting station. What do we want to check? We basically want to check if we're close enough. So I think we can just do it in here. Hit collider transform position now what is the stuff we want to do? What is it? So we have a position on the object. We want to see if the distance between that and us is so I think it's gonna be like vector 3 distance, this and basically us transform position. If this is less than global settings maximum interaction distance, and we're gonna figure that out. So let's go ahead and do something to this. So it's gonna be public static int maximum interaction distance, and it could be a bit like 2. Could be something like 2. So if we are closer than 2, then we're gonna go over here. Yeah. And we're gonna try to get the crafting station script. If it's not null, then we're gonna go into the crafting station and do the show, and we're gonna input our player state. Voila! Voila! Now, does it work? Let's do a prediction. Does crafting station interaction work? Yes. Nope. What do you guys think? Does the CS interaction work? Yeah, we need to add the tag. So we're gonna add a little bit of a tag. Let's go from 2D into environment, for example. All right, so I am going to be adding a new object into the game. We need something to click. We need something to click. Let's see what could we use? What could we use? I think we have the old art somewhere there. Okay, so we could basically have the NPC there. Yeah, let's I think that could be pretty fun, right? So the old NPC is gonna be the one handling it. So you're going in here. So you're gonna be here. And you're gonna be our crafting station. You're gonna be our crafting station now. You recruited. And we need a new tag for you. And you're gonna be called crafting station as well. And you need a collider. We're gonna have a collider. And basically this should be this though. So we're gonna need a reference. So maybe we'll need another script for this, because this is just the UI. We don't wanna put it under this guy. So there needs to be one more thing. So we need like interaction handler. Interaction. What would it be? What would be the name? Interaction. Well, let's just do interaction. I think that's all right. And we gotta change this a little bit. So basically, ultimate interaction handling system. Yes. So basically, we only need. So we need to access something. How do we access that shit? How do we access that shit? So we could do some sort of Unity action. Is that a good idea? Is that a good idea? Well, here we could basically do just public void show crafting station UI, something like this basically, and it takes in the player state, and we basically just have a reference to the crafting station. And here we basically just do crafting station, show crafting. Okay, so it's exactly the same name, so that's bad. Handle crafting station interaction. And we're gonna put this over there. It's not gonna do anything else. Yeah. And yeah, that should basically work. I think that should work. Now, on the interaction, we do need to do one more change. So instead of this, it's gonna be the interaction. This is gonna be the interaction. And this is gonna be the, what did we name it? Handle crafting, yeah. Alright, so now that should basically work. So we are accessing the guy's script and the guy is handling opening the shit. So crafting station guy is here. We're gonna add the interaction, and we need a reference to the UI, and that's basically it. That's basically it. Do we have any way of closing the window? I guess not. So let's do that. So we have the show and we have the hide. So I guess we should add a button to actually close it. Public button, close button. Add button. Main so close button. On click, add listener, hide crafting UI. And here we're gonna close button, on click, remove all listeners. Let's do it first. And yeah, now we need the button. We need the button inside the UI. So let's do a button over here. We're gonna have a new button somewhere around here. UI, new button. It's gonna be close. We're just gonna name it close button. And then it's just gonna do an X. No, I think it doesn't even need any text. I think we can just do a small image on it. The image is gonna be X or something. And I think we have like these icons now that we can use. Do we have a cross? There's one. So there's a cross. Now let's move this. Like somewhere around here. I think that could probably work. And then make it a little bit more interesting, like 150 times 150. Surprisingly big. 75 to 75. And make this, stretch it. Put a little bit of padding. More. And that's basically it. Then we need, do we need anything? I don't think we need anything else. Then we're gonna add the close button. The main parent. So it wants main parent there and material parent. Let's change the name to material parent. And this guy needs a canvas group. So if I check it to 0, it should hide it. Very good. Very good. It's interactable. I can't remember if it needs to be set to interactable or not. I think it needs to. Alright, so we have... So this one has a canvas group. I don't think it needs one though. Let's remove that. and set the main parent there. Oh, serial parent there. Alright. Alright. Are we done? Are we done with this? We have a button. We have a button. We have a button. Alright, let's see if it works. I think I remembered most of the things. I think I have most of the things under control now, so let's have a look. I don't know if it's gonna work. I coded for an hour again without any testing, so oh man, it's gonna be interesting. Okay, so the button is there 24/7, so that's that's not what you want. That's not what you wanna see. So the button should be under main parent then. Now it should disable. Alright. Our guy is coming for your booty. We have the character. Bum. Bum. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, so we should probably do a little bit of a like if you move, it's gonna close like it's gonna close automatically. But hey, there it is. There it is. There it is. It works. It works so far. 56% of you believed, and you're about to get rewarded. You get rewarded. So we have the crafting here now. I'm gonna grab some more coffee, and we're gonna work on bringing the UI items. Easy, easy spec. I was the only believer. Let's go, Spexy. Take the points. Alright. Alright, so that works. Very nice. There was one idea. So the close button is looking kind of flushed out. Let's see if we could make this more interesting by making it like dark black or red even. Let's make it black. I think black's gonna work. Black's gonna work alright. Now. Next up. Yeah, I want to do it so that if you leave the area, it's gonna hide. It's gonna like hide itself. How do we do that? Lemmates. Awesome, awesome. So I guess we could just track it over here. I think we could handle it over here basically. We can handle it in many places, to be honest. I think we could. We should probably. Actually, one thing we could do is set the menu is on. I think we have the menu is on somewhere here. Yeah. Wait a minute. Alright, so this doesn't work. This doesn't actually work. I suppose... Yeah, I don't think I wanna... Well, let's test one thing. So if I click on this, is it gonna move my character? Because that's gonna be a problem if it does. Okay, so it doesn't. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Hey, what's going on here? Feels like I couldn't click on there. Okay, so that kind of works. So I don't think we're gonna do anything at this point. So let's continue working on this for a little while. I have a little bit more time. We're gonna continue on this tomorrow. So now we need to actually start doing shit. We need to start doing shit, basically. So that is the stuff that handles the showing. Now we need, we're gonna set this, that's for sure. And basically we're gonna start setuping the, so we're gonna start setuping the crafting blueprints. Set up crafting blueprints. So we're gonna do this kind of method. And this is gonna start handling the different tiers. So let's do like let's do a header here. This is gonna be the crafting tier parents. We're gonna do a serialized field, private game object, or is it transform? I think it's transform. Private transform tier 1 parent. And we're gonna do this for many times. And basically, we're just gonna set these bad boys up. Now we need some place that handles all the crafting blueprints, and it's gonna be item catalog manager. So there's gonna be another list. This is gonna be the crafting blueprints. And I don't know what kind of methods we're gonna need, so we're just gonna add them as we go. But we should be able to access that from anywhere. So basically what we're gonna do, is that we are going to handle each tier separately. I am wondering what would be the straightforward thing to do here. I want to release the memory. I don't want to hold all the lists inside the crafting station if it isn't used. So I think we're just gonna load them in here, and once you close, we're gonna lose the data. I think the only thing we really wanna hold on to is kind of like the progress, what we're doing. Yeah, we should probably think about that. So if we do forget about everything, every time we open and close the crafting station, I think it's gonna be a pretty lousy experience. It's not a big deal right now, but if with 2 minutes of thinking, we can make it better in the future. So I could just do like private fields, like I could do fields of different tiers and hold them as lists. That way we wouldn't have to instantiate them all over again. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I don't know if it's the smartest thing. This is gonna take some memory, but then again, it's not gonna demand instantiation power. Minsi! Let's go! Niin lähellä. Jaksaa vielä. Alright, so let's do... What do we need? Brain doesn't brain. What do we need? Tier 1 items. I think it's gonna be... Are we just gonna do blueprints? Crafting blueprint. Tier 1 blueprints. Blueprint list. Is this what we're gonna do? Hey, B and Abs, good to see you, my man. How is life? So I think we're gonna do this. It's gonna take some memory, but this way we only have to do it once, most likely. So let's put the underscore there in the front, and we're basically we are going to get the list. So we're gonna do like var all blueprints, and this is gonna be item catalog manager instance blueprint list. So now we have all the blueprints, and what he's doing is finding all blueprint equipment here. Okay, so AI's got an idea. AI's actually got an idea. And tier 5 find all. Why is this differently? Okay, so we could do this, and then what he's saying is that do for each create UI elements. Okay. Okay, so I don't need to do anything apparently. I don't need to do anything apparently. So what we're gonna do here is we need to do, well, the first time we're doing it. So I think we could have like a private, let's try this. So if we have private bool initial run, and it's gonna be true by default. So we're gonna do like if initial run, we're gonna set up them, and that should basically work, I believe. And then we're gonna set this to false. Okay, so we are checking all the blueprints, and then we need to create them. So here we need a reference to let's do a header. This is crafting blueprint items. So it's gonna be serialized field, private game object, crafting blueprint prefab. And I hate it when it does that, by the way. I know it's a matter of opinion, but I don't like it when it's on different row. What about you guys? And then we need crafting blueprint prefab. Do we need something else? So we're basically instantiating that, boom, with the information. Then I suppose it can bring the data back, so I don't think we need that. Okay, so we're let's do, so basically for every blueprint we have, we are gonna be instantiating a blueprint prefab. So let's try that. So we're var Crafting blueprint. Game object. Crafting blueprint. Crafting item equals instantiate prefab. And it's gonna go under the tier 1 parent. Alright. And then we're gonna access its crafting blueprint UI. Do we have... I suppose we don't have... We don't have a script for it yet. We don't have a script for it yet. So let's have a look at that. So we have the crafting UI item. And this guy needs a script. It needs the script, alright. Let's do one. So under scripts, create a new script. This is gonna be called crafting UI item. And we're adding it over here. We are coding. We are coding. We are having fun. Alright, so we can take a little bit of inspiration from inventory UI item. So we need icon, button, and at least those two. At least those two. Let's import UI. Alright. And this is gonna be called, we need this initialize element kind of thing. So we are inputting an equipable. So we're gonna have that. Input equipable. No, well, this can be just input item equals equipable. Like so. And then we can basically have something like this. And I don't think we're gonna need that. I don't think we're gonna need that. We do need a listener capitalization. Is that a problem? Is that a problem? Oh yeah, that needs to be... Yeah, there is a problem. You are right. You are right, my friend. Alright, so we're setting these two bad boys, and then we add the button, and we do a little bit of a method for this. And I think we just passed the... We could add past basically the crafting station, or we could do a little bit of a fancy callback with Unity action. Either way works. I think it's simpler if we pass the crafting station. So let's do that. So we're gonna pass the crafting station script. And we're gonna do another one of these. So we're just gonna have crafting station as a reference. Crafting station equals crafting station. Now when we press the button, we are gonna go in crafting station and we are gonna do something. we're gonna have a public void blueprint pressed. Blueprint item pressed. And it's gonna take an equipable item equipable that was pressed, and we're gonna set that as like private equipable selected blueprint, and by default this is gonna be set to null. And over here we're gonna set it to the equipable. And we are going to be enabling the material parent. Material parent alpha is 1. And then we can access that, and that's gonna be some new logic there. This is gonna be the blueprint item was pressed, and we are sending in our equipable. Yeah, that's let's change the name. This is gonna be called the blueprint. Input item. This is gonna be the input blueprint or something. Let's talk about blueprints. I think it makes more sense than the equipable. And are we sending equipable? Wait, I don't think we're sending equipable. I think we're sending the blueprint, right? We're sending the blueprint, right? Blueprint, what is the name of the icon here? All right, so I think this is, yeah, this is right. So we kind of messed the two terminology up now. Okay, so we got the blueprint now, and then we're gonna be doing the blueprint over here, and we need to change this to blueprint as well. And this is gonna be called blueprint that was pressed. And this is called crafting blueprint as well. Selected blueprint. All right. Now, basically that should work. All right. So what we're doing now is we're doing that for every one of them. And we're getting component crafting UI item, and we are, I think it's initialize element. We're initializing it with the blueprint and with this. Basically, yes. We're not gonna do anything about those. Well, I suppose we can. It's not like it has a lot of work. It's just copy paste. Crafting item instantiate, and this is gonna be tier 2 parent, and this is gonna be tier 3 parent. Basically. Okay, so let's try it. And if we want the right panel to do anything, we're gonna need some references. So let's do, this is the left side of the crafting station. And then this is the right side of the crafting station. We're gonna do, what do we need? So I think we can just, we need 2 things. We're gonna change the icon. So we need 1 icon basically. And then we're gonna change the material requirements basically. So I think it's gonna be pretty simple. So we do serialized field private sprite selected blueprint sprite, and then we're gonna do we're gonna need the material. So we're gonna need like that's gonna need some stuff. That's gonna need some stuff. So let's not do that. So we're only gonna change the sprite. We're only gonna change the sprite at this point. So the selected blueprint sprite is gonna be blueprint that was pressed. So the selected blueprint icon. Let's just do that. And let's say that if let's do like a if selected blueprint is not null, then we're gonna do the side material parent alpha is 1. So this way it should be like enabled if it's not null. So it's gonna show the same shit. Okay, let's try that. We got a lot of references that we gotta drag and drop. So for example, here we have the icon, we have the button, the blueprint, the crafting station. So those could be hidden from inspector. Hide from inspector. I don't think we're gonna be needing these. All right, that should make it clean. And save. Then inside here we need the parents, so we need the containers, not the parents. Let's change the name. Crafting tier containers. This is container. Yeah. Containers. Containers. So you and you and you and you and lastly you. Then we need the prefab for the object, so it's gonna be the crafting blueprint. What was it? Crafting UI item. Let's change that name to crafting UI item so that it's not that confusing. So the crafting UI item prefab. Selected blueprint sprite. Yeah, that's gonna be the this one, I suppose. Hey, wait, where did it go? Where did you go? Selected blueprint sprite, so it's gonna be selected item icon. So it needs to be Needs to be image. It needs to be image. Yeah, it has null ref because this needs to be sprite. Blueprint icon. No, this needs to be sprite. Selected blueprint icon. Alright. Are we done? Are we done? As you can see, creating games it takes a long time. In my opinion, this isn't very hard because I've been doing this. I know what I'm doing. But it's taking a long time. Okay, so now... Do you guys want to predict on this? Do you want to do a prediction on this? So... Do the... blueprint sprint show up, right? And this is, by the way, this is not a beauty competition, so if they are stretched or something like that, it doesn't matter. The point is that do they show in right tiers? Do we get items in the tiers? And if I press them, does it go into the right side? It's basically what's up. All right, guys, you have a little bit of time to predict if you guys care. If you care. I'm gonna go see what this ping is. So it's some tickets, so I don't really care. Alright, there is a little bit of time to predict. Nobody's predicting, so we are gonna go ahead and continue. There's probably something that I didn't think about. It's just a matter of... Oh, would you look at that? 10k on trust. I love that. Somebody's trusting. Somebody's believing. Now that's a lot of... points for doubters easily if somebody votes. Doubters, where are you at? Yeah. Let's see where we're at. All right, opening. So believers can't really win. Let's go. So. Woo taggers. If we open the inventory, what does it say? Yeah, that's not right. That's not right. What happened? Misfeeding believers? So did we get any errors? Oh, okay, so this doesn't count because I don't have anything set in my item catalog. Yeah, that doesn't count. That's not a bug. So I need to add these in here. So there's no blueprints to do. All right, so that should make it work. That wasn't really a bug. It just I didn't remember to do that. Okay, so let's go again. Come on, Unity gods, programmer gods. UI gods, let's go! Boom! Hey! We have 2 items in tier 1. Black robe and a black sword. And in tier 2 we apparently have black sword, which is wrong. Okay, so if I press this, does anything happen? Booyah! There it is! There it is! There it is! Fuck yeah! That's awesome. If I press this, it changes. If I close this, it should remember my choice. It does remember my choice. Fuck yeah! I am the best. I am the best. I am the best. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, so let's end the prediction. Blueprint show up, right? Yes. This is very good progress. Very good progress indeed. So there's something in this place where apparently you can't click. It's kind of making me... It's making me sad. Brogox and others are taking in points. You are welcome people. Alright, so basically tomorrow we are gonna make the crafting actually give you items. And we're gonna make the UI better. What is this energy I hear? Is it Coach Payne again trying to do Christmas shopping over here? Hey, Keeter, our crafting UI works. It works. You can't craft yet, but it's working. Actually, I think I just registered it. But yeah, I'm really happy about the progress here. So let's take everything. Let's take everything and push this. So crafting UI. The basic crafting UI now works. It still needs maths requirements and the actual crafting. But good progress. Good progress. Added new blueprint class and added new blueprint class for data. Yep. That's basically it. That's basically it. Huge progress. Loving it. I love developing this game. I hope you guys enjoy watching the progress. We're gonna do one more stream until Christmas break. Let's see, who could we raid? Who could we raid? Who could we raid? Who could we raid? So there's some people playing too much for a basis to handle. I'm overheating. Oh, you funny man. You funny man. Let's raid some smaller creator. Where are we? Where are we? Where am I? Can't. There am I. 25 viewers. Nice. So there's someone doing React. These guys are doing games. Nice, let's go here. Machine and Menschlieb.
I mean, I bought it.
Let's go here. I think they're talking English, yeah. So let's go over there. Hey, Isas AG, today's MVP for 2 gifted subs. Thank you for all the subs. I really do respect it. I value it greatly. We're gonna continue tomorrow, 10-11 AM Finnish time. And we're gonna get the crafting done tomorrow. It's gonna be bare bones. There's not gonna be any wait times, and yeah, but it's just a proof of concept. And we're probably tomorrow we're gonna be working on some material that drops from NPCs. So after that, it's gonna start to feel like a game. So you have some PVE happening, and you can craft yourself some stuff. And yeah. That's basically it. That's basically it. It's gonna be a big part of the game. I don't want it to be super like dominating or anything like that. This is not a crafting game. The crafting is just means to create value to the stuff that you have in the game, basically. If you don't have any value in the game, there's no point in getting stuff, basically. So there needs to be a synergy of inputted value and thus gaining from that value, you know. But yeah, continue tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye bye.